Hey, Steve Magnante here at High Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts with a really cool Plymouth Roadrunner. And yes, it is a Roadrunner, not a clone. Keep in mind that in 1969, there were 82,109 Roadrunners built. It was the highest production yet of Roadrunner, which came along in 68, just a year before, but it was an instant success. Well, of those 82-odd thousand cars, only 2,027 were convertibles like this. Now we'll get to the verification of this car's Roadrunner history in a moment, but first we'll look at the hood. This is the N96 Coyote Duster air grabber, ram charger hood, whatever you want to call it. This is Chrysler's first functional cold air on Roadrunner. In 68, it was all closed up, different design, but for 69, if you paid $55.30, you got open grates and a functional cold air hood. Again, first year appearance, 69, and it's present on this car. Under the hood, I'd like to tell you it's a Hemi car, but okay, it's a 383, and that's okay. This is the base engine 4 Roadrunner, 335 horsepower, nothing wrong with that, 425 foot-pounds of torque, and this is a 4-speed, a factory 4-speed car with factory N96 cold air. Again, air grabber, Coyote Duster, it was called both things in the day. And the way it works, as you know, there's a cable under the dash. It says carb air. You pull on the little handle, and that turns this little arm, and these vents open and close, diverting air either through the vents on the hood, or if it's raining, draws air from here into the air cleaner. Now, if it's raining outside, the water comes into the scoop no matter what, because they're always open, but it drains out the sides through these rubber flaps. So Plymouth had you covered for year-round use. But again, it's nice to see the N96, and we know it's a real N96 car. This is the original trim tag here. There's no doubt. There it is, N96. Again, that's $55.30 well spent. But here's the other side of the coin. Another $5 had to be spent when you got the cold air for the 3-speed windshield wiper. Here it is right here. That's $5.40 extra. You had to have that because the standard 2-speed wiper stuck out straight. The motor would hit the air grabber air cleaner lid and it couldn't be used. So if you got N96, you had to have 3-speed wipers. Now you know. But this is a real 4-speed car. It's a real Roadrunner. And how do we confirm that? We go to the VIN. As we make our way across, let's check out the 11-inch drums, standard stuff, 11 by 3 that is. Those are big drum brakes. 11 2.5s in the back. The little beep beep guy here, Plymouth Roadrunner, Warner Brothers 7 Arts. And in color for 1969. And here's the VIN right here. RM, that's Roadrunner. RM, RS would be a satellite or GTX, 27 means convertible, H is the 383, 9 is the 69 model year. So it's an actual real deal 69 Roadrunner convertible. And again, one of just over 2,000 built, not a lot. Inside, let's take a peek, and here's the bucket seat interior. That was extra cost. These would have had a bench, 4-speed Hurst shifter. The pistol grip is an addition. That came along for 1970, but no harm done. That is a cool piece. And the nice thing about Roadrunner, unlike the GTO of 1969, was the 4-speed manual transmission was standard equipment. If you bought a GTO in 69, you paid $188 more for the Muncie 4-speed, not the Roadrunner. But again, 70, Plymouth would decontent the Roadrunner a little bit, making the 4-speed an option. A 3-speed actually became standard in 70. But again, 69's first year for a Roadrunner convertible, and here it is. Beautiful quarter panels here. They've been redone. They're steel. These are reproductions. I believe they're AMD, but nicely done. No putty here. Inside the trunk, let's have a peek and see how that looks. And you gotta love the cocky little Roadrunner sitting there with his racing helmet ready to rock. And of course the horn. Yes, it does have the beep beep horn. But here is inside the trunk. Got the correct Chrysler plaid trunk mat. And beautifully presented inside, all the green body paint, which you'd expect to see. It is a reproduction trunk floor, and that's good. No rust, no rivets, no patch panels, none of that stuff. And we do see here that the drain holes, which would have rubber plugs, were not punched out of this reproduction trunk floor, and that's fine. The only reason those are in there is because when these cars were built, they went into a dip of anti-corrosion solution. When it came out of the dip, the empty shell had to drain somehow, and that's what those holes were for. So by not adding them, it's not 100% correct, but it's also a way that water won't get into the car. So beautiful insides of the trunk here, and again, just over 2,000 of these were built in 1969. And again, 2-year production, 69 and 70. No more Roadrunner convertibles for 71 or beyond, and none in 68. So a 2-year proposition. Maybe 4,000 of these things were built in total. How many are left on the planet? Not a lot. It's a great example of a steel, nicely restored piece. And keep in mind, High Octane Classics does finance cars with as little as 10% down. They'll also deliver the car to your driveway or garage, and you can bring in a trade if you want. Classic cars, late models, you name it, they'll consider it as a trade. To learn more about this, go to the High Octane Classics website.